I made a sequel to the hamster song using one of your ideas, and I'll be revealing the full song at the end of this video. 10-second backstory. I made this song about a hamster named Jellybean called Song About a Genie and a Hamster that got over 14 million views and over 185,000 streams on Spotify, and the comment showed there was a demand for the hamster. So I sat down to write a sequel, but I was actually having major writer's block. So I realized I needed to ask you what you actually wanted to see happen to Jellybean. So I made this video asking for ideas, and I got over 1,000 comments, and I read all of them, which I just need to say, you all are so creative, and you gave so many fun and incredible ideas that made it really hard to choose. So before I tell you which one I picked, here's some honorable mentions that I either really liked or just made me laugh out loud. So there are 3 categories of honorable mentions, and the first one is ideas that I really liked or thought were funny, but I didn't end up using. Jellybean eating watermelon on the toilet. Jellybean has a conversation about not wanting to stop watching
TV inspiration from my brother because he doesn't like to stop watching TV.
Jellybean goes to Paris to get a croissant.
I said croissant.
Jellybean begs you to go to New Zealand.
Please take me to New Zealand.
Okay, there are a few about Jellybean eating a jellybean and thinking she is a murderer. Jellybean eats a jellybean and thinks that she's eating herself. She also buys a horse and rides it to Wonka's factory. She goes to space in a mini donut spaceship. So cute.
Something in my eye. My eye.
Jellybean finds a soulmate at Costco. Jellybean falls in love with a mouse, which is forbidden. I love this one. Jellybean eats a chicken nugget and goes to McDonald's and then goes on a plane and flies off. Jellybean goes to Beanland. Jellybean goes to Cheeseland.
Jellybean travels to Italy and asks for pineapple on pizza and goes to Italy jail.
Jellybean takes care of the little bell pepper. I thought that was so sweet. I called our baby, in case you couldn't tell, we are having a baby, a little bell pepper in a previous video. Imagine a hamster taking care of my future newborn child. Category 2, mashups of Jellybean with my other songs. I'm obsessed with these ideas. I very much plan to do this kind of thing in the future. Jellybean meets the slug from Hey Slug. Hey Slug, are you a rug slug? Jellybean buys overalls.
Overall, these overalls are overall my body. What?
The reason why all the banana spies are dying is because the hamster is eating them. So many requesting a Jellybean and Coffee Shop Bop remix. So if you've heard my song,
I hopped into a coffee shop.
that would be so cute to do. One about the worm and the hamster meeting. Peanut butter. You said we needed more songs about it. So peanut butter.
Peanut butter songs.
And the third and final category is edgy Jellybean. These were just surprisingly intense. Committing tax evasion while fleeing the country. Jellybean breaks away from jail. Aww, Jellybean goes to heaven. But that means she dies! You have a conversation about poop and how it's made. Jellybean eats the world. And swallows the entire earth. Jellybean gets kidnapped by a very emotional turtle. Jellybean singing too loud that it killed Genie. Smiley face. Jellybean burns the house down. Do reading these give you any new ideas? If so, let me know in the comments. What other adventures or situations could you see Jellybean getting into? While you do that, here's a mini thank you song for anyone who gave me an idea. Thank you so very much for giving me your ideas. You are all like a wholesome army of a bunch of creative geniuses. I told you it was, I guess you could even call it bite-size. Foreshadowing, foreshadowing, foreshadowing. So, after thinking it over for a few days, I finally picked one, and I gave you guys a clue as to what it was with this photo that I made a community post about. And if you still want to guess, this is your final chance. You have 3.5 seconds. So the comment I chose was Jellybean gets in trouble at school, from Hermione_26, who I saw first joined YouTube on my birthday. Thank you so much, Hermione. Snaps for Hermione. Clearly you guys really liked this one. Quick little side quest. So no worries at all if you didn't put she in your comment about Jellybean, but I just wanted to clarify Jellybean is a girl. It was subtle in the last song, but remember this lyric?
I want to watch her. She's like a daughter, so
So just an FYI. Side quest complete. So here in a bit, I will sing and rap the full song. But first, I'll tell you how my creative process went in creating it. And as I tell you, if you're somebody who likes to do things that are creative, like you like to draw or crochet or create worlds and online games, be thinking about what your own creative process is like. So I was eating breakfast with my husband and I knew I was gonna write the song that day. But I randomly started looking at Facebook Marketplace because we need some things. And I saw a bookshelf that we absolutely loved, but I messaged the lady and she said that if I wanted it, it was first come, first serve. So I immediately left to get it, and on the way back, I opened my voice memo app on my phone and safely, of course, just let that record while I out loud just brainstormed some ideas.
I gotta tell you something. Took a bite of a muffin.
So this is where my first idea started. But even though I liked that idea, I ended up making a whole other song just to give myself two options to compare. And I have a feedback crew of people. I can text them and they'll give me their feedback. And this is so helpful for me because I can just overthink things, you know? And the collective response from everyone was muffin. And after committing to it, I realized this is my second song in a row about taking a bite of somebody else's carbohydrate food item that doesn't belong to you. I guess I have a problem. So it took me a few days to write and produce it, but here is the final result, which you can listen to anywhere: Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon, wherever.
I was talking to Jellybean, going on a run with me, telling me all about her day at school. She seemed a little shy and I asked her why, and she told me that she got into a little trouble, like,
I gotta tell you something. I took a bite of a muffin. It wasn't mine, but I loved it. But I know that wasn't right.
"Oh, really?" I said to her. "Well, thank you for telling me this event occurred. So why did you do it? Did you eat enough of the things that I packed for you in your lunch?"
I just couldn't resist. Thought my teacher wouldn't notice, 'cause my mouth is so very small that you could hardly tell it all.
Okay.
It was the size of a crumb,
No way.
or a millipede's thumb.
So wait, what did the teacher do when she realized that the bite was you?
She took me to the hall to assess the situation and told me my actions have constipation.
Do you mean consequences?
I don't know, but I forgot to mention she needs you to come to the school for a consequence.
I think you mean a conference. Doesn't matter, got a plan, we can handle this. We're gonna make a dozen muffins and bring them to the school, give them to the teacher and the rest of the room. Make some extra and keep a few. Jellybean, how does that sound to you?
I agree, I agree. It didn't feel good when she was mad at me, and I had to go sit in the timeout tree, so I won't take things that don't belong to me.
So that's the story, the continued lore of Jellybean the Hamster. So let me know in the comments, what did you think of the song? What was your favorite part? What was your least favorite part? Do we think Jellybean learned her lesson or not? Thank you for watching. If you like this video, you can subscribe and turn on the bell to be notified when I make a new video. And like I said, you can listen to both Jellybean the Hamster songs anywhere you listen to music. And I actually made this specific Spotify playlist for you called Sarah Maddack Silly Songs. I'll link that in the description. Goodbye. Oh, sorry, Jellybean. Did you have anything you wanted to say?